What you're about to discover is not just a destination. It could actually be your next home and a whole new way of life. Just picture it, waking up to the sound of the waves, sipping coffee by the ocean, and in short, living each day like an endless adventure with amazing weather, which means hello sunshine all year round. Hey there everyone, welcome to your go-to guide, Mexico Relocation Guide. And welcome to Punta de Mita, a paradise on Mexico's Pacific coast that blends luxury, nature, and a vibrant community. It's tucked away into a small peninsula at the northern tip of the Bay of Banderas in the beautiful Mexican state of Nayarit. Now, something important to know, Punta de Mita and Punta Mita are actually two different areas. It's one of the most common tourist confusions, but of course, each has its own vibe, its own energy, its own flavor. And in today's video, we're going to go over what neighborhoods we recommend, the cost of living, the cost of utilities, how to get around, your shopping options, healthcare options, and everything that's important for you to know, for you to consider if this is the next place for you to move to Mexico. So let's get started. Now, the very first thing that we have to discuss is the differences between Punta de Mita and Punta Mita. Punta de Mita is the official name of the local town, where you'll find the true local essence. It's a public area with beaches, traditional and international restaurants, corner stores, pharmacies, schools, and, of course, more affordable housing than Punta Mita. Because of this authentic local feel, it's the area most expats tend to prefer. It offers a more laid-back lifestyle without over-the-top luxury. Now, Punta Mita, without the de in the middle, is the branding for a private luxury community within its geographical area. It's a gated development with restricted access, including high-end resorts like the Four Seasons and the St. Regis, which are world-class golf courses and obviously world-class luxury resorts with private beach clubs, 24/7 security, luxury villas, condos, those kinds of things. You can even find a hotel here that goes up to $10,000 a night. Yeah, I know, it's wild. So this video is going to focus more on Punta de Mita, the kind of city or town that most people watching this channel are probably interested in. Of course, we'll cover a little bit of Punta Mita, but we're going to focus more on the town. Now, you may be wondering, how small is it? Well, Punta de Mita is very small. The local community has fewer than 3,000 permanent residents, although that number can easily double or triple during peak season, with visitors and, of course, seasonal residents. But even then, it feels peaceful. It's not a big city. You don't get that chaos, so it's just you, the sea, and the calmness of it all. Now, the weather here is pretty much warm or hot all year round. It's perfect for anyone looking to escape the cold and anyone who really enjoys tropical weather, which obviously means three things: heat, humidity, and lots of sun. There's also a rainy season, but it doesn't last that long. Now, temperatures typically range between 80 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit during the high time of the day, and lows rarely dip below 64, even in the winter. Now, the coolest months are usually December, January, and February. And then, of course, from March to May, temperatures rise gradually, but humidity stays low. It's a great time to enjoy the outdoors before the rain kicks in. So you can expect highs to be around the high 80s to, the low 60s whenever the winter comes around. Now, from June to October, summer gets pretty hot and humid. This is, of course, the rainy season, mostly in the afternoons and in the evenings. There are tropical storms and electric nights with lightning over the sea, which are very common. Though most mornings will start off to be sunny. So a lot of people will run their errands usually during the day, and then, of course, at night, they just stay in. Now, you're probably wondering, how much would it cost to live here, and what are the kinds of areas that I'm looking at? Well, Punta de Mita is pretty small and exclusive. Don't expect big avenues or urban centers. What makes it special is its actual really small size. It has easy access to the ocean or beaches from nearly anywhere. And that feeling that everything's just a few minutes away, even by foot, is something that a lot of people are looking forward to. The resort area of Punta Mita is protected by security gates, so only residents, hotel guests, and those with prior authorization can enter. Whether you're staying in a hotel or living in this area, you'll have to go through controlled access. Now, long-term rentals here are pretty limited and often pretty expensive. You can probably imagine there's not a lot of inventory. Now, if you're looking for something less exclusive, check out El Anclote. This is within Punta de Mita. It's a condo complex that combines fishing town tradition with modern comforts. Nearby, you'll find a variety of restaurants, boutique shops, and access to public beaches. Now, average rent in El Anclote can go anywhere between $1,500 to about $3,000 per month. A more affordable option is Corral del Risco, which is a mixed-use region with local homes and businesses. It's kind of like a small pueblo, and it's the central zone of Punta de Mita. It offers a peaceful vibe. It's great for those looking to integrate with the local community. There are houses and apartments in all sizes, and they have amenities like pools and green spaces. Now, the rents here are far more affordable. They're around $700 to $1,500 per month. Depends on the size, depends on the amenities, depends on whether it's furnished, not furnished, what kind of utilities are included, and of course, the exchange rate. So you're probably also wondering, what is the cost of utilities? Well, basic utilities work pretty much like they do in the rest of Mexico here, with a few nuances due to its exclusivity. For starters, electricity can vary a lot depending on the property and, of course, how much you're using your air conditioning. If you live in a luxury villa with air conditioning in every room and a pool that has a pump running all day, you can expect to pay on the higher end of $100 to $150 a month. In a more modest home in Punta de Mita, then bills are going to range closer to $40 to $80 a month. Now, gas is delivered by trucks, and it's delivered in tanks. A standard tank will cost you $20 to $35 depending on its size and then depending on your household usage. If it's just for cooking and hot water, a tank will typically last about a month or a month and a half. Now, Punta de Mita has pretty good internet access, especially in the private residential areas and hotels. You can find providers like Total Play, Telmex, and Izzy. And monthly plans will range anywhere between $40 to $100 a month, depending on the speed and features. Now, since Punta de Mita is pretty small, there aren't many physical offices like in big cities, but you can easily pay your bills at convenience stores like Oxxo or Kiosco. And then, of course, if you have a Mexican credit card or debit card, you can also pay them online through the CFE and Telmex websites. Now, before we dive deeper into this paradise called Punta de Mita, let's talk about something that can make or break your move to Mexico. And that is finding a rental like a local would. In a place like Punta de Mita, where listings online often show the most expensive options, knowing where and how locals actually find rentals can save you a ton of money and some headaches. So we put together some simple but very useful rental tips that help you avoid the tourist traps and get straight to the best deals. Now, if you want a real boots-on-the-ground experience before making the big leap, then join one of our Mexico relocation tours. We connect you with local experts who live in the area, someone who knows the neighborhoods, the hidden gems, and what daily life in here is truly like, with no agenda to sell you any real estate. It's a personalized, eye-opening way to explore before you commit to packing your bags and moving to this area. And way better than trying to figure it all out with a few Google searches. Or if you're ready to make the move to Mexico, then check out our complete Mexico relocation guide. It's an online resource you can access right now from anywhere in the world, and it's updated constantly, so you get all the updates in real time. We walk you through every step of the move, from residency visas to real estate, healthcare, to even how to bring your pets, what scams to avoid, and so much more. Plus, you also get our exclusive directory of vetted contacts all over Mexico. These are the same people we recommend to our own families. These are immigration pros, rental agents, private drivers, moving companies, and more. So if you're dreaming about life in Mexico, start planning with confidence. All the links are right below this video. Click one and take your first step towards your new life in Mexico. Okay, now let's get back to the exciting parts of Punta de Mita because the best is yet to come. Now let's talk about something we all need to figure out before moving anywhere. Where do I get my groceries? Now, Punta de Mita doesn't have a Costco or any big supermarkets. None, actually. Your best bet here is the local shops and family-run stores, and then making a run once a week, twice a month, or maybe even once a month to the big box grocery stores in the surrounding cities. Now, that's not a bad thing. You can really take advantage of these smaller places, the small tienditas or the small convenience stores that offer fresh, high-quality products like eggs, milk, fruits, veggies, cheese, and more. In a pinch, you can get pretty much everything you would need to make a simple meal. And it gives Punta de Mita a more personal, neighborly vibe. It's the kind of place where the shopkeeper already knows how you like your stuff and might even tip you off on which fish is freshest that day. There are butcher shops, fish markets, and corner stores right within Punta de Mita, but not a ton of them. Now, I recommend using Google Maps to find them. You'll often see their business hours and even a phone number. And that way you know exactly how far they are from where you are located exactly in Punta de Mita. Now, there's also panaderias, which are, traditional Mexican sweetbread is amazing. So please do yourself a favor and find one in your neighborhood. If you're someone who looks for imported or specialty items, your best bet is Mercado Olin, or Olin. It's an organic grocery store that's also great for anyone looking for healthy products. You'll find natural snacks, gluten-free foods, cold-pressed oils, eco-friendly cleaning supplies, wines, plant-based milks, and that kind of thing. Now, the best part is that it's located inside Plaza Olin. So after shopping, you can treat yourself to a nice meal or just do some walking and soak up some of the Punta Mita charm. Now, if you're the kind of person who likes to do a big haul and fill up the cart, you'll need to head out of Punta de Mita. You drive 35 to 40 minutes to Bucerías or Nuevo Vallarta, where you'll find Soriana, La Comer, Chedraui Selecto, Sam's Club, and Costco in Puerto Vallarta. Now, most residents do the classic bi-weekly grocery trip to stock up, then buy only the fresh basics locally in Punta de Mita. And it works really well, and it can help you stick to a budget too. And if you're thinking about moving to Punta de Mita, especially if you're retired or just looking for a more calm, warmer lifestyle, here's the first thing to know. Life here is all about wellness, community, enjoying nature. No rush, no city stress. The beaches are one of the biggest draws. There are peaceful spots like Playa El Anclote or Playa Carelleros. Perfect for walking, swimming in calm waters, or just sitting with a book and enjoying the ocean view. Now, it's not about crowds or noise. It's about reconnecting with yourself. A lot of locals start their day with a beach walk, coffee in one hand, sometimes with neighbors tagging along. Now, if you're looking to get involved in something meaningful, you'll find nonprofits like Peace Punta de Mita or the Centro Comunitario del Mar, which promotes health, education, and social development in nearby communities. And many foreigners volunteer for medical campaigns, education programs, or kids' workshop. It's a great way to give back and make friends in the local community. So this is especially important if you're brand new to this area, you don't know anybody, you want to make some friendships, you want to get plugged into your local community, and you really don't know how. Now, inside the private Punta Mita residential community, things have a different rhythm. There are beach clubs, exclusive events, hosted dinners, sports like pickleball, tennis, golf courses like Pacifico and Bahia, both with stunning oceanfront holes, by the way. And golf fees for visitors range from $235 to over $300 for 18 holes, depending on the season. It's usually cheaper in the summer and then goes up in price in winter. That includes the golf cart and access to the facilities, of course. There's also the Punta Mita Tennis Club and Fitness Center, which has lighted courts for a night play and a full gym with cardio and weight training equipment so you can stick to your routine no matter the time of day. Now, one of the perks of Punta de Mita being a small community is that getting around is very easy. Distances are short, so most residents prefer walking to get their errands done. However, some village roads can be uneven or unpaved, which is why many people opt for golf carts. You can rent one for around $70 per day, or you can buy your own if you're planning to live here long term. Now, the community is so compact that there's really no public transportation with set routes. You really can just walk about anywhere in 15 minutes or less. You get your steps in, you get healthier, you get to see all the small shops and different things along the route, and it's just a great way for you to get some vitamin D. Now, for trips outside the village, like going to the supermarket in Bucerías or handling paperwork in Puerto Vallarta, most residents use their own car, or you can hire a local taxi. A ride within the village can cost around $12, while getting into the private Punta Mita area will run you upwards of $30 or $40. It is more exclusive. A trip to Sayulita will cost anywhere between $50 to $60, and going to Puerto Vallarta can be pretty pricey, upwards of $80. Now, I'd recommend making friends with a local driver. Some of them offer private transportation at better rates than standard taxi fares using private vehicles. And of course, peace of mind also comes from knowing that even though Punta de Mita is a small destination, it does have basic healthcare services and meet the needs of residents. In town, there are several farmacias or pharmacies, including farmacias similares and small drugstores where you can get common medications. Most also have walk-in clinics where you can see a doctor for minor issues without the need of an appointment and without needing insurance, and most of them charge less than $3. These are normally known as a doc in a box, and they're known for things for very minor issues, non-surgical things, a stomach bug, a rash, those kinds of things. For more complicated medical care, there's the Hospital Punta Mita, located at the entrance of the private area. Now, they offer 24/7 services, emergency care, x-ray, lab tests, and general consultations. And many foreigners go there for regular checkups, minor treatments, or anything that doesn't require a long hospital stay. And you don't need to live in Punta Mita in order for you to have access to this hospital. Now, if you need more specialized care or advanced facilities, the top options nearby are Hospital CMQ or CMQ in Bucerías and Hospital Joya in Nuevo Nayarit or Nuevo Vallarta. And these are about 30 to 40 minutes away. So it just depends on the traffic conditions, those kinds of things. And both offer things like surgery, an ICU, internal medicine, cardiology, and a bunch of other specialists. They have bilingual staff and are highly recommended by the foreign community. And many residents also get international or private Mexican health insurance. Some combine that with preventative care at local clinics to keep their costs down. Now, like anywhere, Punta de Mita is not perfect. And one of the main challenges for people living in the village is a limited commercial infrastructure. There are no big box stores or department stores here, so if you're used to having everything 5 minutes driving away, you'll likely need to adjust your routine. Most people do a weekly or bi-weekly supply run to Bucerías or Puerto Vallarta. Then there's a matter of services. Yes, there's internet, phone, electricity, gas, those kinds of things, but occasional outages are part of daily life here. So even though it's not super frequent, it can happen, especially during heavy storms. Now, another drawback is that some streets in the village are still unpaved, and during the rainy season, you might find puddles or mud, which can make getting around a bit tricky, especially if all you own is a pair of sandals. Now, another thing to keep in mind, from June through October, which is considered the low season, things slow down a lot, and some restaurants temporarily close. So there's less going on overall, and you will have to travel to Bucerías, Nuevo Vallarta, or Puerto Vallarta for more of a social life. For those who love a year-round social life, this quieter period might feel a bit too quiet. Now, moving to Punta de Mita isn't just about changing countries. It's about changing your rhythm, your priorities, your lifestyle. There's no rush here. There's no city noise and no need to dress up to go out. What there is the ocean, the breeze, golden sunsets, and a very tight-knit community. Now, whether you choose to live in the heart of the village with its warm local feel or in the comfort and privacy of the more upscale and gated development, what you'll find is a space designed for living life with peace, intention. So if you're used to the hustle and bustle, it might take some readjustment to live here. Now, the expat community here is strong, it's diverse, it's very welcoming, and many came just for a season and they ended up staying for good. If you're looking for a place that offers quality of life, amazing food, decent access to services, that small town feel, and a breathtaking natural setting, Punta de Mita definitely deserves a spot on your places to live in Mexico. And as always, the most important thing is to visit, explore, talk to people, talk to other neighbors, see if this little corner of the Mexican Pacific resonates with you. Can you see yourself living here? So again, no amount of videos, no amount of blog posts, no amount of other people's opinion will ever replace your perspective. So I really do think that you ought to come and visit if you think this is the area that you might want to live in. So tell me something. What do you think of Punta de Mita? I'd love to read your comments below. I hope you enjoyed this overview of Punta de Mita. Don't forget to get our free resources. All the links are in the comment. And please don't forget to give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. So this is not goodbye, amigos. This is only an hasta luego. My name is Mariana, and I will see you all in our next video. Nos vemos!